Good morning, this is Chloe Gard.
And I'm Josh Ramirez. We're coming to you live from the WSMS studio. Please give your attention to Alex for the pledge.
Good morning. Please join me in a moment of silence. Please stand and face the flag for Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Remember, show respect, make a difference, and set the bar high. Have a great day. Now back to the announcers.
Now here are today's announcements. For lunch today, we're having chicken nuggets, vegetable pizza, fettuccine alfredo, Caesar salad, garlic toast, and fruit cocktail. Any current 6th or 7th grader interested in participating in a 2-week Project Lead the Way course this summer should pick up an information sheet in the office. Now to Josh for the rest of the announcements.
Anyone who has not taken 3 sections of LA step will be testing today in the IMC. 6th graders at 9:30, 7th graders at 11:30, 8th graders at 2 p.m. The girls' track team competed on Tuesday in a meet with Goshen. The 8th grade team defeated Goshen 72-29. The 7th grade team defeated Goshen by the score of 82-18. Girls' track team members, remember that Monday morning team and individual pictures will be taken. Wear your uniform to practice on Monday and bring your picture money. Now to Mr. McMillan for a special announcement.
Hey, good morning, Schmucker students. Welcome to Friday, and I'm sure we're all anticipating Friday as well. A couple of quick announcements that I want to bring to your attention. First off, fantastic work with iStep this week, Monday through Thursday. I know iStep is we'll put that as a fun test. We have to take that state requirement, and you put forth great effort into that, and you were focused on those as well. So cheers to that. We do have iStep next week with math. We do have block schedule as well, Monday through Thursday. Friday is regular schedule as well. But cheers to you for doing great with iStep. A couple of other issues that I do want to address before we transition here too quickly. We've been getting some teacher feedback about hallways, about behavior in classrooms. And from what we need to reiterate to you is we need to hold our expectations fairly high. So remember that what we need to do within classrooms, be engaged, ask questions, get focused, and do those. When you're in the hallway, make sure your movement has been great, getting from class to class. Just make sure you're getting there quickly and you're not flowing over into the left-hand side. Stay right and flow that way. You should not be in the hallway unless you're in passing period or unless you have a pass. Very important. I have been asking many people about having a pass. So teachers, make sure that you write those students' passes, even if they're going to locker or going to the restroom as well. In the mornings, it has been better getting to class with prompting by me. Hopefully that will continue and you will move very quickly from class to class. We've also been hearing a lot of stories about students saying, oh, messing around, or I was just joking. It's not really messing around or it's not joking if it comes into student services office. I don't think it's joking. Maybe perhaps the other student doesn't think it's joking. So you need to be aware of that if you ever use that as an excuse. Oh, we're just playing around. Well, not necessarily. Playing around, messing around, joking around, horseplay can escalate very quickly into something else. So we really need to stop all of that action. We've also been hearing some stuff about some language that's in the hallway, inappropriate language that should not be used. Be aware of what you're saying and what you're doing as we transition from class to class. Another point we need to make, it is getting warmer, and we know we're inching towards the end of the year, and dress code is an issue. So make sure that you look at what you're wearing before you come into that school and judge yourself before teachers and or administration has to judge it. Err on the side of caution. You know, if you think it might be inappropriate, bring something else in so you have something to change into. Otherwise, we're doing really well. We've been into that fourth quarter, and we're moving on into the end of the year. So this is where you really need to have your game and your focus on. So make sure you do that. Eighth grade, there's a special announcement to you at lunch. You'll see it broadcast. So just take a couple minutes and read that out. It does deal with your awards night on in May. Having said that, we're going to do a 5-star video and hope you have some great discussions.
Hey, Coach Seth here with 5-Star Life. It's time for another 5-Star Life upgrade, and today we're definitely going to help and challenge you to upgrade your life in some ways that, you know what, is going to stretch you, is going to challenge you. Now, I want you to flip back the last couple weeks, though, because we talked about this value of sacrifice, which is giving up something now for something better later on, or giving up something, I wanted to help somebody else live a 5-star life. And we talked about, why do people make sacrifices? Why would anybody want to give something up? And it comes down to, we make sacrifices when we know it's worth it. In other words, when there's a vision out in front of us that is worth pursuing, we'll make sacrifices. Athletes do it. Businessmen do it. People all over the world do it. If they have a vision that's compelling, you'll make sacrifices. So the question is, how big is your vision? I hope all of you by now have developed a vision for your future. I hope you've started to take steps towards it. And I hope, like we talked about last week, you're upgrading your education by making some sacrifices, some small sacrifices. It's amazing. You're just one sacrifice away from raising those grades. Keep it up. If you can do it not just for 1 week, but 2 weeks, you'll see huge progress in your education. But that brings us to today. Today I want to talk about upgrading your health or your body, both. And ultimately, when you think about who you want to be and where you want to be in a year or in a month or in 5 years, one of the things that probably goes to your mind is, okay, what do I want to look like? How do I want to feel? Do I want to be healthy? Well, of course you want to be healthy. It's something I've always thought about. But the reality is, the average American diet is not healthy. Actually, it's called the Standard American Diet. SAD, right? SAD, Standard American Diet. Ultimately, if you will sacrifice the Standard American Diet, your health will be upgraded. But it will take some sacrifices. Now, the truth is this, though. Until you have a compelling reason to make sacrifices, you probably won't make them. So, ultimately, I learned this the hard way. I remember getting a call from my dad who went in for a checkup and got some bad news, had to get some testing done. Found out he was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And it was something like, on a scale from 1 to 10, it was like a 9.5. It was very aggressive, very bad. It potentially was going to take his life, and we needed to act fast. And so we went in and did some research and had surgery, but ultimately, often with these types of cancers, it recurs and it ends up taking your life down the road. Well, my dad did a bunch of research and found some amazing things. He found that literally 70% of cancers and disease throughout the world can be prevented simply by what we eat. If we would just eat healthier, better, nutritious foods, we would live healthier and live greater lives. See, actually, not too long after that, I started to realize, man, I don't feel very good. I had headaches almost every week, sometimes every day. I was starting to gain a little bit of weight. I didn't feel good. My memory wasn't very good. I was kind of cloudy. I wasn't real clear. I couldn't learn very good. And guess what? I started to do some research. I found that, I have some issues because of my diet. I realized, man, I started documenting. Somebody asked me, said, you need to document what you put in your mouth every day because 90% of your health, they say is in your stomach. What? Yeah, it's actually your stomach. All the good bacteria and the bad bacteria that's at war. I won't go into details. But what you eat, basically, that saying you are what you eat is true. And what I was eating? Listen, here's my routine. I'd get up in the morning and I'd start my day with a fresh bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Now, I love that stuff. It tastes, it's awesome. It's just pure sugar and wheat. And ultimately, it has no nutrition. So I'd start my day with no nutrition, and then, come around lunchtime, I'd grab a slice of pizza and wash it down with like a soft drink. And then for dinner, I'd, maybe some mac and cheese or something like that, and then, maybe some ice cream for dessert. That was my standard American diet, and I honestly, because I was an athlete and I had a pretty fast metabolism, I didn't really gain much weight, but I didn't feel very good. And ultimately, you can eat all kinds of junk and maybe you don't look like you're unhealthy, but ultimately, your body is suffering and it will catch up with you, like it did with me. What I found is that refined sugars, eating sugar, is like poison to your body. Eating refined sugar and high fructose corn syrup and those types of things, it's literally like drinking poison for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. Every time you eat it or drink it, it's horrible for you. So I started to research further, and they said, you know what? Start simple. Start with water. Just cut soft drinks out of your diet. So that's where I started. I started by cutting soft drinks and just drinking water. And then I started to cut sugar out of my diet completely, which I know it's a little over the top, but guess what? My vision for my future was to be healthy. I'm age 37 right here, and I wanted to be healthy at age 37. I want to be healthy at age 47. And so my vision was I want to do whatever it takes to be super healthy for my kids, and so I can do 5-star life as long as I can. My question is, what vision do you have for your health, for your future? Do you want to look the way you look? Do you want to feel the way you feel now in 5 years? Or do you want to be better? Do you want to look the way you look now and feel the way you feel now in 10 years? Or do you want to improve it? My guess is your 5-star life. You want to upgrade that, and I want to challenge you with this. Some of you are thinking, yeah, but Coach Seth, it's in our genes. We're all bigger bone people. Well, guess what? I'm not saying everybody has to look exactly the same. I'm talking about true health. And my challenge is this. Don't you want to be your very best? See, my excitement is to push the envelope and see, okay, how healthy can I be? And the result is I feel better. So I want to leave you with a few tips, a few sacrifices. Cut soft drinks for this 1 week. Drink only water this week. Don't eat junk food, except for maybe one cheat day. All sugary cereals, sugary snacks, I know we're addicted to it. Cut those out of your diet this week. Third thing is exercise just 10 minutes a day. We're going to give you a little routine, a few things you can do, push-ups, sit-ups, a few things every day. Take a walk, something that will take you 10 minutes. Listen, these little sacrifices will change your life, upgrade your health, and cause you to live a 5-star life. Good luck.
Thanks for joining us.
Have a great day, and we'll see you on Monday.